It would help if I turned my microphone on. Hello, welcome. Yes, I am just trying to get things set up here. Had some technical difficulties going into the stream here today, but burst of hope, welcome. So glad to see you again. I have some Skyjacks editing to do today, as well as some Starwhal editing. So we're going to do that a little bit. And I just noticed I don't have my light on. I know. I had to restart my computer. Turns out there is an issue with Blue Sky. I'm going to turn this down a little bit. Blue Sky is having some weird issues connecting with my app here to send out some live notifications or whatever. And I don't know why it's doing that, but you know, it is what it is. So it was hanging things up, and now things seem to be working fine-ish. I've got TikTok running. I've got Twitch running. TikTok doesn't appear to be like super live. I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and do a manual disconnect and reconnect on that. We'll see if that kicks it into gear at all for whatever reason. But for now, I've got Adobe Audition here. We're going to be pulling open the latest campaign, Skyjacks, episode 109. Well, session 109 for episode something or another. What episode are we on? 315. We are almost out of the transition arc into the finale arc, which is really exciting. I am almost half an hour into this edit, about 25 and change minutes into the edit here. We've got quite a bit of episode left. 1 hour here, and then an extra with goofs, probably hour and 10, hour and 15 or so. So I mean, I've got a good solid 3 episodes worth of content here that we can get out of the Skyjacks. So I am going to be finishing, I think, this episode here, and then we'll get into some Starwhal editing, which should be fun. I do need to pop this out here so we can have folks file in if they want to listen. So I need my Spotify to probably, I don't know, Can't Hear Clowns in Space was that track, and it was very distracting for my brain. There we go. Some nice background music. I have, let's see here. For whatever reason, TikTok is not recognizing my audio player at all, so I'm not sure. Just gonna mute that, and then they can deal with everything else. That's fine.
I don't think it's
okay. So sound is working. Let me know if you have any technical difficulties on your end, because I am having a day with technology right now. And that is A-okay. There we go. Good. Into the edit we go. So we are just coming out of a scene where, stop please, where Jane and Pliff invaded a ship, and they had the idea. It is a ship made out of bamboo, and bamboo, unless it is perfectly dried, tends to explode when it's caught on fire. So basically, they are going to be starting a fire. Pliff, the notorious individual on the ship that is very prone to accidents and whatnot, was put in charge by Jane to start said fire. And boy howdy, he did. He started himself on fire in the process. So we'll kind of see how that goes from there. But this is raw audio dialogue editing of Skyjacks.
Because now, I'm gotta come up with the engineering of these things on the fly. Like, I don't think it's the sort of thing where if the mast goes, the bottom drops out and like all of the cages fall, because that's incredibly poor design.
Yeah.
What I think it is, if the mast goes, you are losing all of the stability on those lower platforms. Every bit of maneuvering, everything that keeps,
Gotta get rid of all these ums and ahs as well.
keeps things stable enough for people to move up and down across those platforms goes. So I think we've got I'm going to say next round, the mast is going to fail and shatter as this fire spreads. And if the
James is notorious for a lot.
And if the bamboo blows out, that's when the platform is going to start dropping.
Great.
So yeah, pretty
effective.
effective fire. Now we,
and for whatever reason, combat is a lot more ums and ahs that get introduced because of all the improv based on dice rolls, I believe, right?
Now we are going to turn to Jane.
Yes. So this fire has started. It's not necessarily started to draw attention from the people on the ship, but Jane, in mid-distance, in whatever kind of place they were having their hushed conversation, and she's destroyed her trousers, has been watching this and has been like, yes, Pliff, yes, no.
All right. It's okay.
Is Jane is she, a ranged attacker or a melee attacker? What is her deal? Is she,
Jane's
ranged?
mythology and lore is that she's kind of really competent at whatever she tries.
Right. Yeah.
The thing is, she's a package deal with Pliff, so there's just a yin and yang to their approach.
She breaks into a low sprint, nearly almost like it's definitely like an anime style. We're running really fast, but we're also stealthy, so it's like close to the ground ninja run as she passes by like a swabbing the decks like mop bucket and like snatches that in her hand as she intends to just kind of like combat roll, wall jump, whatever's needed to get up to Pliff and just douse him in murky mopping water.
You know what I like? I think that's actually got to be a bucket of Starlight.
Oh God!
Like,
what does that feel like to get? Because I always think of like Starlight, the stuff that they coat the decks with in this universe. is very fireproof. So I think it's more of like a fireproof tar
You know what
consistency.
I like?
Be
I
interesting.
think that's actually got to be a bucket of Starlight. It just sort of makes sense to me that like,
Stinky.
yeah, this anti-flammable material is there around in case they have to like do touch-ups or whatever, because a fire would be extremely bad aboard a vessel like this. So yeah, grabs a bucket of Starlight. It is the perfect thing to put out fire. And I think because you have that, like, that is with that action, you are ameliorating the disaster. And that is kind of what you've managed to do for the turn. So, set a big fire. The mast is going to fail. The ship does have the opportunity to launch birds before then. As I realized, I think I said earlier that the gulls were launched. That's not the case. The swifts have been launched.
Yeah, the Swiss were lodged. Yep.
So
the Eras tour, am I right? Am I right?
Wow. The Swifties are out there.
Swifties are out there.
Swifties are out there.
Swifties are out there.
And this brings us to the one of the groups from the discipline that has boarded the Uhuru.
Oh, yeah. So the Uhuru had been boarded by 2 groups from the discipline.
That has boarded the Uhuru. And is it in crew rules or no?
It's very Tom and Jerry feeling to see Jane essentially get a bucket of whitewash paint and just slam it like over Pliff's head, which then douses him entirely, and the bucket falls off, leading to like eyes in an entire stream of white paint. Yes.
Why was it on fire?
I very much had the image of like dousing him, the bucket's on Pliff's head, and then the bucket levitates off, and then you take the bucket off, and Pliff has a huge little knot that's like grown up. Yeah. We're all cursed by Hanna-Barbera cartoons.
Yeah.
Smaller versions of the Swifts around his head.
Thank you.
It's been described to me as that being like the Toon Force as a superpower you can invoke. Pliff has the Toon Force as far as I am concerned. As long as it's just rule
You're
of
no
funny,
match
he
for
can do
my
anything.
Toon World, Yugi boy.
All right. Yeah, we're with this. So the discipline. The discipline has let's see, and this is D2. So the discipline has.
All right, so we got kind of a clean intro here.
So the
I'm going to tighten all of that up.
the discipline has managed to get aboard 40 people total.
Wow.
There is one.
So in the last episode, there was a casualty from the first boarding party. One of the NPCs did perish, and one got slightly injured. No spoilers on that one, though.
There is one large-sized group and one medium-sized group. I am going to concern myself with the medium-sized group here on the D.
Come on. There we go.
On the D2 category, and I'm actually just going to copy paste this category, and
Come on, James. Why do you...
and I'm actually just going to M-sized group here.
I don't need this words then.
Over to the... You know what? I'll make
There we go. We will just cut all of that out.
All right. So yes, they
And a little bit of a gap there.
group here. They have set up
There we
on
go.
the Uhuru, and their plan, more or less, I guess, the medium-sized group is the one that I said is going out below deck. You've got this large group that is trying to fortify itself on the top deck, which is going to do a couple things. It would cut off a lot of the work around the main furnace because with people firing, like you can't have people shoveling coal and whatnot. Carlos can't be running
Yeah, and the furnaces being on the top deck always throws me off because I've always pictured an actual furnace room
can't
in these
be
ships.
running the operation if there's a risk of him just getting gunned down. The Uhuru does have both fore and aft burners, so it would just put a lot more strain and weight on that aft burner if they took the main deck, and probably, yeah, it would definitely be the aft burner because the fore burner is probably also visible from the main deck. So it's bad news if they can encamp themselves. This medium group, though, is trying to cause chaos throughout the ship. They definitely
A little bit of mouth noises removed.
They
here.
definitely have their work cut out for them, as the Uhuru does not have traditional vulnerable points that you would find on larger vessels. And this is where I think this group is suffering, because normally what you would want to do is find a part of the ship and maybe it is sabotaging the powder room, not the bathroom, but literally where they're keeping the gun.
Let's see. I think there's a little bit more.
Not the bathroom.
That's fine.
Literally where they're keeping the gunpowder on the ship, because if that blows up, that's most ships. But
That would be very bad.
But Uhuru doesn't have cannons.
No.
So there isn't a traditional powder room on this vessel. So I'm thinking they are trying to head to the rudder. So they...
I'm trying to break the steering of the ship.
So they have moved below deck. Below deck, we know that they encountered Slam earlier. They are moving in a group through the hallways, trying to set up firing lines.
It's important to keep the breaths in.
Group through the hallways, trying
In
to
editing.
set up firing lines so that they can move through the ship, but also
So the listener can also breathe.
but also not get tied down anywhere.
So it's a weird thing that you have to pick up on after editing for a while.
And I think it is mostly going to be
I think this isn't
charge. Yeah, they are going to charge down the hall against any on the Uhuru who are kind of opposing their progress. So that's 2 here. Sacrifice all actions to move to close range with a group of opponents. All right. That's 4 actions. And these folks definitely have the 30.
Okay, so now we got
8.
game mechanics that we cut out a little bit.
Oh, and it's just deal damage. Sacrifice all actions, move to close range with a group of opponents, and deal damage. Okay, so yeah, there's no roll here. So this is just 8 rolls in the Uhuru death chart.
Oh,
Oof.
God. 8.
That can break bad really fast.
While this is happening, is there anything in the way of mitigating factors to stop this happening again? Because if this is 8 rolls every turn, every round, cooked.
Yeah, I mean, definitely what you can do is dedicate some actions to putting groups together on the Uhuru to fight these people.
I mean, yeah, that would make sense, right?
And the only unfortunate thing is because you've all established that you are on the other ship.
Yeah.
There's no PC there, but you can put together NPC groups to oppose.
Okay.
Okay. And these are 100-sided dice and 8 of them. Wow. This continues to be exceptionally lucky rolls. The higher rolls are lucky for you because there is the vulnerability line of around 30 people and whatnot, and
yeah, the death chart is a very interesting mechanic in this game.
And you have rolled of your 8 dice 100, 78, 99, 52, and 79.
What?
That seems
100 twice.
Yeah.
that's
6
astounding.
rolls in your favor, and on the lower end,
Oh yeah, who gets hit?
and on the lower end, we've got a 1, so definitely somebody is going to get hit, and a 46. And I believe because no.
What do we got here?
Nope. Actually, the 46 doesn't even hit because the last person committed to an action was Pliff, but that only Pliff and Jane, but that only goes out to 40. So it's just 1, and one
Who gets hit?
on the list. This is somebody who has been hit before. So basically, the orders right now for the Uhuru crew as they kind of scramble, there are a bunch of different things happening. There's a huge effort to get is to cut whatever lines have been put on, cut whatever lines have been put on the ship to prevent more people from crossing. The reason they lost 60 soldiers in the effort to board it all is you have Uhuru crew members who are from windows, maybe even rappelling down the side of the ship, are cutting any grappling hooks, sending people falling to their death or climbing desperately back up to their own ship. Here
we go.
And, there are probably people with like muskets and carbines and whatnot shooting Uhuru crew members who are rappelling on the ship, so that's dangerous to start out with. Then there is another group of Uhuru crew members who are dealing with the fact that there is a hook line on the ship, like a thick chained grappling hook that is embedded in the hull of the ship. That has to go because there's essentially a deadweight anchor in it right now.
Yeah, there is another ship that got grappled onto the Uhuru, and then that ship's entire crew got wiped out. So now it's a matter of that ship is anchored to the Uhuru itself.
So that's bad. Then there is like the defense of the ship, and to defend the ship, there are people like Slam who are with the orphans and vulnerable people on the ship, sort of huddled in the center of the cargo bay around the heart bell.
So they're in the middle of the ship right now.
And the heart bell and whatnot, and everywhere else in the ship at the other vital points, there are groups who are basically like, we have to slow down and stop. We don't know where they are going to hit. They could try and hit the guide sails. They could try and hit the rudder. They could try to come up beneath and go after the furnaces. Beneath and go after the furnaces. So there are people positioned there. Wilson is essentially like stacking sandbags.
All right, where is Wilson?
Sandbags in like one of these in like one of these narrow corridors. So he is like stacking things up to make it harder for people to move. But to remind everybody, Wilson is kind of a doughy, slower person, and literally the first NPC that ever talked on this program at all.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
And he
Which means, I mean, he might have more than one hit point total, but he already got hit once before, so this is interesting.
Can only move one sandbag at a time. So he's like barely got two stacked up on the ground when a group of a group of red feathers is round the corner. He immediately hits the deck as a bunch of musket balls like go over his head and like thud into the sandbag. And he begins to back up at charge forward with their bayonets.
All right, so we got charging with bayonet. That is not spelt right, but whatever.
And he loses a hit point.
Is he okay, though?
Which takes him down, but does not kill him.
Oh, good.
Because he is the first NPC to prepare, to appear on the cast, but to prepare.
Let's fix that.
To appear.
You know, these little things that don't make it to the live air.
To appear on the cast, but like, yeah, he's also gotten hit in previous battles, so this is not great for Wilson. How does he survive this scenario? Well, he backs up, and I think it is a matter of he is reading a book. He is reading one of the popular romance novels of the day, which is a heated rivalry analog about jousters. So it's these people who like face off in jousting competitions, and you'd think that their jobs and passions for their sport were enough to make it so that they're really at each other's throats all the time. That's not the case. They seem to just like each other, but they're bad at communicating. So this is a sort of soft rivalry romance with a lot of softcore porn scenes in it.
This is really unnecessary conflict. Just bad writing.
It's hard for me to justify. They don't seem to care about hockey that much. I know we're told that they do, but they really seem to like each other a lot more.
Because they're so good at it that hockey's not a concern. It's separate.
Yes.
And that's how you get good at hockey, folks. It's like you have to not care.
You got to play hockey so much that you don't think about hockey.
Any hockey coach will tell you act like you've been here. Don't work hard. Bayonet pierces this book.
There's the
bayonet pierces this book. He gets a small wound from it, but he manages to scramble away. It's the corridors in the Uhuru, I think, are narrow enough that he is able to pull away, and they're not able to push forward. But they essentially make progress to the point where they are very, very close to the rudder now. And we move on to the duty itself. The heart bell.
Okay, so ambience fade here.
The heart bell is thundering at the heart of the duty because the duty. Absolutely.
Mhm.
We
Heart of the duty.
The
Heart of the
duty. Absolutely.
Mhm.
we Liz, thank you, because
Yeah,
I was
you're
going
welcome.
to let it. I was gonna let it pass.
But
All right. You know what? I realize that's my mistake. I was sort of naming these things with like unpleasant work isms, and that is
Yeah.
double entendre. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna avoid
You
that. We're gonna
accidentally made it
rename the
fun.
ship right now
No,
because
it's
no,
called the
we're gonna rename the
duty.
ship right now to a
It's the
nonsense
responsibility.
name so that it doesn't set you off. So it's the Kaka now, okay?
Nobody
Yes,
tell him.
thank you.
Nobody tell him. Nobody tell him. Nobody tell him. Nobody tell him.
Let's see. Yeah.
Wow.
The duty has lost a remarkable amount of people. They're actually, I guess, ringing these bells because they're trying to send more people aboard. I know that based on the little we've seen from this captain, that
There we go.
from this captain that he is going to. Oh wait, no, this isn't the boarding party. This is the big gunship. Oh, the duty is going to try and bring its broads around to hit the Uhuru.
Yeah. Gonna shoot the other ship. Why not?
To hit the Uhuru. So we are going to get a maneuver. And let's do that right now. And it's got to spend into this. Every ship has failed its maneuvering rolls
Oh,
at this point. All right. That is going to spend a lot of hull in order to hedge bets on this roll. And you know what? I'm going to have it sacrifice 2 more.
oh. It really wants it.
Yes, spend all of your resources and then roll
Mm.
badly.
That is what has happened in the past, which is why I am spending so much. They've spent nearly 10 hit points on this roll. So
Wow.
Jeez.
okay.
The too big to fail philosophy is also risky, James.
Yeah.
Well, it did come to a neutral result.
Wow.
Still came
Unbelievable.
to the luminary pool. Dang. Well, then there you go.
The luminary pull is the soldiers.
Oh boy. That's probably good for them. Add a 2-second gap here for a luminary. Soundbite.
Death, deception, and memory.
Oof.
The themes of this one actually work like you'd think the soldiers would benefit red feather soldiers.
Oh.
They do not because the themes
Interesting.
because the themes of the soldiers are kind of about the big machine of the world sending people who have no other choice off to their deaths, which is what has historically been happening in the boarding effort, now coming through here. I I think it is not so much that this ship is like going to crash or anything bad. I just think in order to get here, the duty has been sailing hard. The duty has been sailing hard for days. They were far away when they got word that this would happen. And like, I think it is the captain of the Discipline who more or less got the intelligence that the Uhuru would have a chance of being here. And so sent out
Kind of destroyed a little bit of Nathan there.
and so sent out word to their closest confidants within the
go.
Red Feather Fleet, and almost nobody believed him. In fact, the people, the few ships that did show up for this effort are the ships that believed this person enough in order to do this. So everybody is tired. And has been worked very hard.
A lot of tightening up in these
The
episodes.
duty is trying to pull a tough maneuver, and they're not able to do it in one. I am going to spend their other action to try and maneuver again, spending two things on just moving, so they're not even going to get to attack this round,
Oh, good.
even if they manage to get into position. But they've got one complication on top of this, which is I think with their tired crew and whatnot, what do I want that complication to be? I think this is like such a minor complication, but I think they're bringing up coal from the lower deck so that they can shovel it into the furnaces, and the rigging that they use, the pulley system they use to bring things up from the low deck, just snaps.
So here we could have...
So that they can shovel it into the furnaces, and...
So kind of like a pulley sound effects. Sounds...
The rigging that they use, the pulley system they use to bring things up from the low deck, just snaps. And
So,
it's like
rope
a
snapping.
huge problem. Now they are down several... Now they are down several pulleys, so it's much heavier. They have to commit way more people to this. So I spent 8 before. I'm going to spend a full 10 now.
Wow.
In order to just try the same roll
Hit.
again.
Wow.
Finally, they have a single success.
Wow.
Hey.
Sometimes the sunk cost fallacy does work. Boo.
Ah,
The broads
Keep
of the
sinking
duty
money.
are brought around, and now I believe it is the starboard broads are facing the back of the Uhuru.
Oh, boy.
So
is like a narrative smoking gun or no, like Chekhov's gun or whatever, right? You got the cannons in play, now they gotta fire, otherwise we gotta stop them, right?
bad news, especially because they're in close range. So some of their nastier cannons are going to be a factor in this fight. With that, we move on from duty to one of the Swifts.
Oh boy.
We're back with the Swifties, baby.
Bet.
Mhm.
and they're the problem. It's them.
Shut up.
There it is.
Shut up.
I was wondering if any of them were going to pull out a Taylor Swift joke. And it was James.
Hey, incendiary statements like that is how you get everybody to talk about the shows. So
That's true. Now, do I want that negative attention? No. They're worse than stalkers.
they will find you.
Yeah,
Oh boy.
it's not that Swifties will find you. Swifties are a fandom that is constantly
Hot takes.
engaging in their own level of code breaking and conspiracy theories. So I truly
Numerology.
believe they'll find me, they'll find my social security number, and they'll somehow use that information to like finance Taylor Swift's vacation home or something like that. That's what will happen out of all of that. So yes, we've got the Swifts in the air. They are just going to roll an attack against Flea, and on Flea's back we've got Hip. So
Yes. Hip is flying Flea right now. Dropped off Pliff and Jane earlier.
Start out here, and that is gonna upgrade because
Okay.
all right,
Come on, James.
and gotta go over to birds now.
Okay.
All right.
A lot of dice pool creation in this system, which I love a good dice pool system, to be honest.
That is nasty.
Mm.
But that's probably intended for a ship. So these, to let you know, these are equipped with single tri-barrel carbines. So there is somebody who is piloting the bird who is like riding on its back, and there is like a tail gunner, sort of like a traditional World War I style dogfighting aircraft.
Yeah.
With a tri-barrel carbine, it's not a fully automatic gun. That said, you can pull the trigger and keep pulling it in a way that you can't with others, and it will be belt fed. So this is very much like some of the earliest pre-machine gun designs of semi-automatics. And shots ring out.
Okay, so we've got, machine gun equivalent.
Ring out. They are not going to use their special ability of full trigger. Because I don't think it's we have a large enough target with Hip on the back of Flea. And you know what? I am going to give a actual special advantage.
Another here.
Actual special advantage because Flea is so very, very fast. I think
Flea
that
is
should be a
fast.
defensive advantage.
fast.
Okay. All right. So they are going to hit, and this is going to do 4 damage. So basically, the problem that Hip has right now is a couple fold. I think Hip has general experience in the air. Hip flew with red feathers for a while in his youth, and I think maybe has taken odd jobs aboard pirate ships or privateer vessels. Like he's an old hand in the air, which means I think he knows a little bit about riding a bird. He is not Gable level of full of doing aerial maneuvers and whatnot, but like when the mission was you have to fly around this ship, drop off people, and then fly back, like it's like, okay, I can handle that. So he's circling around, and there is some fog on his side, which is good for him in that they didn't see the approach, and bad for him. And now that they have scrambled birds, it's hard to know where people are coming from. So he's trying to watch two gulls, or not gulls. He's trying to watch two swifts. So he's trying.
Let's clean that up a little.
Not gulls. He's trying.
Here we go.
So he's trying to watch two swifts, and he doesn't have full visibility. So it ends up he's in a bad position. We can see him cross the crosshairs of one of these swifts, and we roll the damage. It's 4d100s, and
Yes, we've got the death chart. Whenever NPCs get damaged, the death chart gets rolled on, and anybody's at risk at that point through whatever happenstance.
all right, we've got 73, 59, 90. So all of
Okay.
those don't hit.
Wow.
Truly
Feeling
incredible.
good.
Like you are like definitely odds favor you in these situations. In these situations, there should be more misses than hits, but it has been so much the vast majority of what you have rolled that this is lucky. But also 6.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
oh my god.
What?
This is going to be probably a cliffhanger portion at this
We
point.
return to the Uhuru.
Okay.
To an evolve.
Okay, let's ambient shift inside Uhuru.
An evolving situation.
Gosh. I mean, even the players are on edge right now. So they don't know who it is.
Where once again in the low decks, in the areas that are fortified, where basically like cargo has been piled up to provide a defensive sanctuary for the orphans and refugees currently aboard the Uhuru. And I think this is like, these are people who are broken out of the prison. This may even be people who decided to join the Uhuru after the incident.
Oh, wait. Okay.
After the incident at Sorrow's End.
Sure.
And it's like they want to be pirates, but they have to come down from their exposure to the
Oh, yeah, because they got exposed to all sorts of weird chemicals and stuff at their location.
the crimson. So they're too sensitive to do anything, and they're kind of like chilling. So all of these vulnerable people are there, and right outside of there,
Oh, who's guarding them?
bravely wrestling against one of the soldiers who made it aboard the ship.
Ooh. Rustling sounds.
Made it aboard the ship, who wants to rendezvous with the others who are going to sabotage rudder is Slam.
No.
No!
So Slam,
Is Slam getting hit? Goodness. Okay, so I think.
Is slam.
No.
Okay, we're gonna cut it right after James says slam. Add a 10-minute buffer of silence. We might need more than that. Depends if I can find another Dear Uhuru or not. Ran out of them last session, so we'll kind of see if I can find anything there. But for now, I can call this the end of 315, I believe, is the one we're on. Let me just double check my notes. Yeah, 315. So we should be good there. So what I have to do at this point is I need to go through later. It looks like I've got some outtakes to take out as well. I need to go through, put the outtakes that I'm going to have at the beginning on the start, put on the bumpers for the music, find the mid-roll, and then add a whole bunch of ambiance, sound effects, music, what have you, which does take a little bit of brain space that I do not have currently. So we're going to save this project, and we are going to shift gears a little bit into the next Starwhal session. And I wonder if we are on session 18 yet. Let me also check my notes quick. Session 17 is where we should be, I believe. But I very well could have my notes wrong. So I want to say that session 17 finished. I'm probably wrong. Yeah, it looks like 17 has at least one, maybe 2 episodes left. Session 18 is a world building session. So that one's going to be basic, just like plow through it sort of deal, like a talk show, a lot less structured, because that's going to be Patreon only info in that one. And I think session 19 is also Patreon only, another world building session of sorts. So where is this? Theme swell. It looks like I was in the middle of starting this one. It about 17 and a half minutes into it. So I can't exactly remember where I was on here, but I am going to give it a go to start this back up, because this is supposed to release on Tuesday. So this, I'm pretty sure they're at the Beezies right now, the Beelzebub Beelzetube Awards, which is like the streamer awards, and they've gone through a lot of different categories and stuff, and things are starting to kick off. So we'll kind of see where we pick off here.
He's got to sit here and watch the rest of his judgment go by.
I think there's that sense within you, Tag, particularly with this Pull of the Merry Wanderer, that there is freedom.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't realize how shackled you were until this moment. And suddenly there's an inkling of freedom. Even losing this award, you're able to look out and you see this sea of people in this spherical place with the stage up there. And you watch as the streamer who wins, who I think is a deemingling named Kavan Costnor.
Kavan Costnor. Wow.
who goes up there and gets the award. But as you're looking, you're able to see into the crowd, and for some reason, you pick out Sack. In a sea of people, you pick him out next to PD, and you can have this taste in your mouth of possibly freedom.
Oh, his stream was awesome. He built himself this ramshackle boat and just streamed from this planet that was completely covered in water.
Whoa.
There was I'm gonna say a little bit more like sexual assault than should have been in a movie like that.
Yeah.
And he invested 20 million of his own dollars to make it. Commercially, a huge failure, but a lot of reactions came in.
That's
He got
wild.
so many emojis.
Yeah.
He's financially ruined.
Wow.
but immortal.
But at least he's got the award, right?
Okay, and I think we
Amazing.
down to best prank.
Ooh, this is the one that Sack's up for.
And we have a gosh, my brain just completely went out. We have two celebrities who go up there. They're demonic celebrities. I think it's just like Danny DeVito.
Yep.
Vito, and
And-
Keith Haversberger.
And Keith Haversberger.
Just pull down one of the Try Guys for fun.
Yeah. Well,
Ah.
I mean, like, it's demonic Keith Haversberger.
Yeah.
So his
Yeah.
mouth can open. It's bigger.
Yeah,
It's bigger.
Very much bigger.
Yeah.
Hate that.
And he's
I hate
like
that.
his limbs are even longer. He's unwieldy.
Yeah.
And-
Yeah.
In contrast to the demonic Danny DeVito, who's
Danny DeVito
short
is
and
just
squat.
it's just the Danny DeVito from Big Fish when
Yeah.
he is. Yeah, it's just exactly that Danny
It's
DeVito.
exactly that Danny DeVito,
Yeah.
even in like the ringmaster
Yes.
like whole
Yeah.
thing going on. And they go out there.
Sorry about any noise that might have crept in there. TikTok decided that I wasn't active enough.
And they go out there to be like, and now the award for best prank. Our nominees are, and there's a huge projection that goes up. Sack for whatever the fuck this is, and he shows what's the prank.
The prank, we can see Sack alone in his. We can see actually Sack is right in front of the Lucky Finn tenement, and there's a bunch of tenement, and there's a bunch of mail that is like being dropped off, and he is like looking through like tenant mail, and he sees a very fancy letter from the members of the Gilded Meridian, from specifically, I need the names of the
Diora Marguerite.
Diora
and
Marguerite.
Robert von Gruber.
and Robert von Gruber.
Robert von Gruber,
Yeah, it's Marguerite von Gruber, like this elaborate seal that is based on the original Gilded Meridian logos on the front. And he's like, and opening that.
And I think there's a gasp from the audience.
And he looks at
Mail
me,
tampering.
invited to a wedding. Yes. Attending +1.
Vegetarian option.
Ah.
And he closes it and hands it right back. Back to the post office worker and goes, and that's a prank. They're going into a wedding, and I'm setting an alarm for myself right now to remind them 3 weeks before the wedding.
Everyone claps.
But I
Wow.
think that the stinger is it smash cuts. They've edited it, so it smash cuts to that moment where Sack said, "Oh yeah, no, you guys are going to the wedding.
You guys are going to the
I
wedding.
RSVP'd for you," and Petey goes, What?
And everyone laughs.
And it's like it's a big close up of Petey's face.
As she's reaching down to grab Sack by the face, by the snoot.
Oh yeah, no, she like fully picked him up by the face.
Yeah.
And I think you shook him a little bit
Yeah.
too. Yeah, that's definitely on camera.
Yeah, and everybody's roaring with laughter.
Roaring with laughter. All right, settle down. And tag for whatever the fuck this. And tag for whatever the fuck this is. And what's the prank tag?
It is. We see tag. Is like holding their rat like selfie style, so it's like kind of shaky cam-esque as Tag's like hiding behind a pillar, and it's like, okay, they're about to come around the corner. Shh, we can't make any noise. And then like fumbles with it to turn it around, and it's just someone that Tag's audience would know as Tag's former best friend,
Tag it.
who then like opens up their
There are thousands of videos about the beef that like propped up between them.
so much. There's so much lore and there's so much debate about it. But this is notoriously the final straw, which is it opening up a package in their mailroom, which is known to be a completely different living space all the way across town, not remotely close to where Tag lives, and opens it up, and like Nickelodeon sliming Katy Perry, like that, like projectile release of a putrid substance, but it's not just slime. It's like actually sticky and toxic to most species.
Oh no.
And hits it with such force that it is like knocked back against the wall and like falls down screaming. They have to stop the tape where like Tag is laughing like maniacally.
Amazing.
And the smash cut is to Tag like walking into a hospital room being like, got ya, and like it being like,
Oh my
the
god.
fuck out of here, and like violently throwing Tag out and be like, oh, we really stepped in it this time. And that's like where the video cuts out.
And we see demonic Keith Hasberger goes, 5 weeks ago, there was on a different planet these fuckers here, and they show like the two other ones.
Yeah, one of them is they go into the prank, and it is literally the opening sequence of Up, where there are these two people that fall in love, and then one of them gets sick and dies, and then like grows up to be a sad old man. But instead of the Boy Scout knocking on his door, the kid, he opens the door, and it's his wife, and she's just like super aged. She's like, "Surprise! I never died."
And it shows the old woman who she's got horns. She's like waving at everybody. And the last one is an automaton. And his prank is so niche for automatons.
Oh,
It's like we're not even really sure what we're seeing.
it's big sequence of code.
It's a bunch of sequence of code, and then at the very end, it's like a machine that goes, ha ha. And then half the audience is like, "Wah!" as they like laugh, and everyone's like, "What the fuck?" So here's what I want. I actually think I'd like the two of you to roll off on this.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Do a contested reputation roll.
Reputation.
Reputation roll.
Reputation.
Okay.
Okay.
And we'll see who wins.
My reputation is less good.
My
but-
reputation's not great either. Is this another situation where I can spend to roll more, or should I just keep it and
It's up to
we
you.
die
Like, you
like
can
men?
spend-
I'm going to spend 2 on this for
you
sure.
are? Okay.
And I'm going to allow you, Tag, to spend money.
I will then spend more. I can spend
more
2
wealth.
more money. Yeah, I'll spend 2 more and get another, and add another D6 to this.
It's obviously representing middle management's money that you've spread around trying to bolster this particular prank.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Can I
Alright.
spend more than just money?
Say you're either spending reputation or money in this, or a combination of the two.
No. Okay. No. Just that. All right. 2 D6 and 1 D8 is what I'm working with.
I rolled pretty well.
I got 2 success.
I got 2 successes and 1 opportunity.
Ooh.
Okay, so basically
Okay.
the successes negate themselves,
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
So
We're down to rolling themes.
it's down to rolling themes. So yeah, so
Okay.
I need both of you to roll a d12.
Do we
Oh.
both roll a d12 or do we
Or
roll
just-
1 d12
I-
and sort that between the pranks?
Let's sort it between the pranks. So it's 1d12.
We need a neutral party, hun.
Eh,
I would love for you to roll that d12.
where to go?
6.
6. A 6 is the Eternal Hunter.
Ooh.
Eternal Hunter.
That is a good one. I think it's 5.5 seconds for the swell here.
Oh gosh.
Death, struggle, fear, and inevitability. Based on those themes, honey, which prank wins?
Oh. Inevitability, I mean, feels very much in tune with the invite to a thing that Petey and Ty did not want to go to.
Death, struggle, and inevitability.
So it's the goop prank from Tag. It's Sack.
Somebody in the hospital.
Sack answering or RSVPing to a wedding for somebody.
I think
The code
I have a thought.
and up.
The inevitability to me, it makes me think of the Golden Meridian's inevitability of we have to face that at some point.
Yeah.
So it might be because you responded, or I mean, if we want to go really literal, death, we could give it to the up people.
I do kind of want Sack to lose this one.
Okay.
So
If Zach is losing, I don't hate us both losing. I think that's kind of interesting.
I like it. I like the idea that with the Eternal Hunter, it is somebody who literally, oh, that's the other thing, is we see the woman when she dies, she's like human. And when she returns, she's a demon. So like she really died. And
just for the prank.
just
for the
social experiment, bro. Don't be mad. And then became a streamer in hell. And I think that level of a prank to like do your whole life for this one prank, I think she wins.
fucking
Yeah.
stupid.
Her name is Ethel Werthers.
Ethel is
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah.
And they're like, and the winner is Ethel Werthers. And big old
The
claps is-
original.
The original.
The original Werthers.
She comes up in a gold puffy jacket.
That crinkle
when she
Yeah. She's like an amalgamation of all the Golden Girls.
And when she talks, all you can hear is
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
She goes up there and she gets her award and she does her speech. And it's nigh unintelligible because she's like talking around a candy.
I have to
Wow.
thank my patron Lassiter.
and yeah, the two of you. This was kind of the big one. And
I was gonna say John Lasseter's definitely in the audience.
Yeah, well,
Actual
no, it's
John
the
Lasseter.
demon Lassiter.
the
Yeah.
demon
Lassiter.
Yeah.
This was the
And Zaslav's there. You know Zaslav is there as
Oh,
well.
yeah.
God, how many fucking
and Katzenberg.
CEO? Exactly. They're all demons.
Yeah.
They're all demons.
The demon
Ah.
Bezos.
Oh, fuck.
The-
What the fuck?
the demon Musk.
Oh, my
Yeah.
God.
The demon
Ah.
Burgerzuck.
James is
Yeah.
crashing out.
Berserk.
It
Oh.
works too well to the
Burgers
point
up.
where I think I've convinced myself of like a conspiracy.
Yeah. Oh no.
Damn.
Oh.
Yeah, but this was kind of the big one. What do you both feel?
Wow.
Zach is crying and pretending he's not crying.
Oh,
Sag, are you okay?
Yeah, fine. She does really good stuff.
The old lady.
Yeah, she's a really cool old lady.
Is it like a situation where you're kind of like honored to have lost to her, or are we gonna kill her later?
It would be fun to kill an old lady, I guess.
Ah.
Yes.
Okay, you don't sound very excited about it though.
Just
You were really excited about this one, weren't you?
a lot of people say that it's like an honor to be nominated, and that's bullshit.
Yeah, it's not, is it?
Everyone else gets handed their patronage. Somebody just picks them out from a lineup, and I have to work. Almost every minute of my life is seen by some rat or weasel. I don't know. I don't quite know what it is. It's very sick, though. It's got a lot of goops.
Yeah, it's pretty sick looking, in a bad way. Zach, it's okay. It's okay. It's just, I think, it sounded, from the audience perspective, it did sound like the audience enjoyed your prank more. There was a big response. Did you hear it?
Yeah, I guess it was like a pop or whatever.
There was like a big response.
Yeah.
People were really excited about it. There was a big
people
gasp,
were
and then they laughed really hard because of the face I made when I picked you up and I shook you.
I was shaking, and that was pretty good.
It was pretty good.
So mean to you for that.
You were? I mean, yeah. Yeah, no, it was super mean of you to like go through our mail and
Well, that's not the part I'm talking
respond to something that was not meant for your eyes and that I probably wouldn't have responded to if given the opportunity. And now, yeah, it's like super mean. Like now me and Ty have to go to this wedding that we absolutely do not want to go to and have to face our past. And here's the thing, Zach, I don't know if this has occurred to you yet. Maybe it has because you're kind of a genius about this. But the worst part is because you did this thing, not only do Ty and I have to face our past and whatever, but you got nominated for a Beezy, which means everyone in the sphere right now also knows how upset and embarrassed I am about having to go to this wedding. Like, it's like another level because you got nominated for a Beezy.
yeah. Think about this, Petronella. Every adventurer in here knows that happened.
Yeah,
Ooh.
every single one of them.
And
Oh, that's interesting, though. Because that does mean that every adventurer knows that, like, you didn't respond to that
It was
yourself.
responded by someone else
by
for
someone
me.
else for
And
you.
the fact that I reacted that way on the stream means that now they're gonna know that I wasn't gonna come.
There are like rumors now that
Yeah.
there's
Mhm.
like a rift
This
in
is
the
a
Gilded
This is a big
Meridian.
Hollywood scandal.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my
Holy
god! Oh my god! Oh
shit.
my god! Oh my god!
That
Okay.
hit me earlier
Hold
in
on,
this
Dylan
recording, and I
has
was
to
like,
walk away for a second. There's a horrible bug in here. Okay.
Ah!
hate that.
It's cricket from.
Yeah, from the red carpet. That hit me earlier in this recording, and I was like, oh,
No one.
I
needs to
can't
know
believe I didn't think of that
Dylan
earlier.
is
Yeah.
afraid of bugs. No one needs to know that Dylan's afraid of bugs. No one needs to know that Dylan's
Hey Ryan,
Ryan,
we are
cut this.
cutting this for sure.
Yeah, there you go. But big bugs. It is what it is, right?
Okay.
No, I get it.
Oh, are you
It
okay?
went fine.
There we go.
Oh God, okay. I am so sorry.
No, hey, I would react if I also saw a bug almost exactly the same way.
It is. Fuck.
We'll go through it at 2 times speed.
Normal in 30 seconds.
There we go.
Alright, I'm so sorry. So fine. Totally fine. So I think there's this moment where PD is
There we go.
There are like rumors now that there's like a rift in the
this
Gilded
is a big
Meridian.
Hollywood scandal.
Holy shit.
That hit me earlier in this recording, and I was like,
Okay, Hollywood scandal.
Shit.
so I think there's this moment where PD is like looking at Zach and
genuinely, like, honestly going, yeah, no, like, I mean, objectively, the audience had the bigger response for your prank, but also, in reality, your prank is so much worse than these other pranks because it's got ripples that are already cascading out from the center point.
Zach doesn't know how to take this because there's a version of Zach pre the awakening of dragons.
Is that what we're calling that?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Awakening
but
of
pre-imagining dragons. Before glimpsing the dragon force.
Wow.
Okay.
Zach, like, would have been super into
the
artistry of the prank, like how
evil that is.
the rippling cascading effect of it, and it's just like all of that suffering was introduced into the world, but like no one appreciates the art of it. And if this institution, if the Beezies, if the Beelzebub Awards don't appreciate the artistry of that, what's the point of this? And Sack is just like looking glassy-eyed, and I do think it's the sort of thing where because it's the Beelzebub Awards, as the speeches are given by the victors, the losers' faces stay on screen through the entire face.
Oh no.
A slow zoom of Sack looking completely.
You just have to pretend to be
tuned out.
okay. Yeah.
There are streamers that are
Good.
here just to stream those.
Oh no.
The faces of the losers.
reactions on the reactions.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are people duetting it right now.
Right
Yeah.
now,
Wow.
actively live.
doing it live. Tag, what are you feeling about this?
Yeah, so I just want to juxtapose the kind of breakdown that that Sack had about like I work so hard and like I like some people get picked by a patron and they get this like handed to them and I have to work for this and whatnot. Like as we're kind of hearing Sack have that breakdown, like kind of cutting to this silent booth wherein Tag would like to feel an emotion right now, but is ever presently aware that he has to figure out how middle management is handling this news and like address that first. So that's, I think, all that Tag can do until there is some kind of reaction from middle management.
Tag, as you sit in this empty, large booth, you feel that sense of dread in like, what does middle management think of this? And I think there is a moment where your eyes flick to the side to look. And middle management, you've never seen management upset, and you still don't. Because middle management is placid in this moment. And there's even, inexplicably, a bit of a small smile on their face. It's sinister and confusing. And middle management catches you looking and looks back at you and smiles broadly in an almost dangerous, manic way.
Yeah.
And goes,
I think it's just the headphones, folks.
Okay. And goes, good job. Good job. Just wait. And now for the presentation of, what is it?
Patron's choice.
Patron's choice with special presenter, the mayor of Las Sobras, Morgan Razmagaz. And we see the mayor of Las Sobras come out to thunderous cheers and applauses. He is a devil looking, he's definitely on cloven hooves. He's got like the
dainty cloven
hooves. Painted cloven hooves. He's in an immaculate suit that's like corseted. So he's got like a corset type.
God, I love it. Yes.
Like it's like a corset tux thing going on.
Can I imagine that that middle management is very excited or maybe fixated on this, what's happening right now?
Yes. You sit there and realize that this is the moment that middle management has been waiting for.
Enough so that I can get out of this booth.
Oh, that he doesn't even care.
I would love. Yeah.
I gotta find my friend Zach. This is fucked up.
You suddenly, Tag, you don't know what it is, but there is something deeply sinister, deeply dangerous, and deeply disturbing about this moment. I would love for you to try to get away.
Yeah.
In this moment.
Yeah.
That's going to be a roll.
Okay. Yeah. Of course.
It is whatever role you can justify to me to do.
Yeah.
I would like to justify finesse, I think.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
That makes sense.
And damn. Okay. None of these. Oh, wait. One of these work. Okay. I'm gonna parkour out of here instead of sneaking out, and I'm gonna upgrade all my finesse dice to do so.
Amazing.
Let's do it.
So upgrading my dice. If I have 2 d8s and a d6, that'll be 2 d12s and a d8. Is that right?
Wow.
Yeah. Holy cow.
Yeah, whatever sense you're getting, Tag, you're like, this place is deeply dangerous right now.
Yeah. 2 d12s, d8. Okay. Come on, baby. 5 successes.
Wow.
Oh, you're so lucky. You're so lucky.
Oh my god, okay.
I had 4
Wow.
failures.
Holy shit.
And 2 complications.
Wow.
Holy
This is a patron. This is a
Yeah, no, you're right.
And especially
yeah.
a middle manager patron, they are like watching you.
Yep.
Micromanaging
you. Describe to me how you try to parkour out of this place.
I begin sneaking. That is my initial plan. I am trying to sneak out undetected.
Okay, I will counter it with the moment you begin to move middle management's eyes turn. His head doesn't turn, just his eyes.
Yeah.
Never fucking mind. And it's just like an instant change of plan to like the nth degree, in that like I was just like doot. Oh no, that's not happening. And instead now I'm imagining that Tag does a flip out of the box itself,
Oh,
landing onto like the next ledge of seats, like the rail in the next the rail in the next ledge of the audience, and
we're in a spherical audience situation
then,
here
like,
too.
bounces back up to like the next box and like swings off of that, and is in his mind envisioning being in the wind chamber, that fantasy of flying as a dragon, that fantasy turned reality as he is now doing parkour and soaring through the air and scanning the audience, looking desperately for Zach.
Beautiful. I'm going to add some context to what's happening here. As the eyes turn and look at you, you notice suddenly, middle management has always been a squirrely little man. And you now see that from their body.
We're almost to the point where we have to wrap up because we've got only 40 minutes left on the raw audio, and we want to get one more episode out of
And
this.
you now see that from their body sprouts eyes, hundreds of eyes.
Ooh. Oh.
An all-seeing middle management. Their limbs elongate for this long reach. Their hands become skeletal and claw-ish. As their human visage begins to melt away to a very devilish, demonic thing that burns with that inner fire of bureaucracy and red tape. And literally, as you begin to jump away, bits of red tape begin to try to stop you in different places.
Oh yeah, like the red tape is like unfurling around the room.
Oh. Whirling red tape.
The room.
Yeah.
I like, instead of the flesh melting away, I like it becoming kind of like a hollowed out husk that's like an appendage, almost like the lure tongue of a snapping turtle.
Yeah. So like basically the squirrely bit of that you've always seen as middle management is just the puppet on one of the hands of middle management. And middle management is a being made of red tape and paper clips.
Oh, wow.
And stamps that just has hundreds of eyes upon it. The tape reaches out and begins to try to claw at you at different points. It catches on you when your claws, you cut it as you fall.
But you double Kong over it.
Yeah, absolutely. You wall run across one. You do the little flippy thing.
The gainer, off of the front.
Oh God. Yeah.
Don't forget James did parkour.
Taught parkour.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Forget? Why am I not given a company-wide memo?
You need a
About, like,
dossier,
why,
right? Yeah.
why was this not part of my onboarding?
Yeah, seriously.
Like, I need to be told every fucking factoid like this in an official memo now.
We need a supercut of Dylan just losing it every time we drop lore.
Yeah, I do.
Not in the game, in real life.
In real life.
Uh-huh.
Thank you.
And it's this beautiful little action sequence, and everyone is so concerned with like what is happening on the stage that they don't seem to notice you.
I think it's even different than that, Drew, because like Patron's Choice is usually like a deadlock. Most people are leaving for this. Like there are a couple like drama tubers that are hanging around in case like something juicy happens. But I feel like the way this visually happens is it'll put up the nominees and there are millions. And then you'll see like little tinks for all the votes and how like most of them are just getting one vote.
And we see the mayor as he's raising up and as we see the millions of different streamers that are going. And it's like every time one cancels each other out, their faces flip over. So it's just canceling out everybody, and it's canceling out. And we see that in the backdrop, you are running, parkouring, flipping, dodging red tape at the last second, and cutting red tape, jumping behind a chair and like paperclip stick into the chair.
Paperclip like claws.
Oh, yeah.
As middle management tries to get you, but even then, middle management's focus is not on you; it is on the stage, and all the faces flip until it lands on Sack's face, and the number that comes up is like within. How many patrons do you say you have?
I'm going to say that it is the exact number of one-shot patrons that we have right now. So I'll just head over to patreon.com/one-shot-podcast. That is 2,814, baby.
Wait.
Hell yeah. Those are some real gamers, I would say.
And we see that number flash, and there's a gasp from the audience, the ones that are still here watching. And
Gasp.
Still here watching.
And Zach is still crying in
like Petronilla's
and Petey's just sort of like gently. Petey's like got her arms crossed, but she's leaning against Zach a little bit, like supportively, because he's leaning into her like over the arm of the chair.
Can I also say?
Okay, so we're getting into a lot of extra stuff here. So I'm gonna have to actually drop an episode thing before all of this happens.
His head doesn't
turn, just his eyes. Oh, never.
Maybe right here. Because that is a good like cliffhanger kinda, right? We're gonna tighten this up just a little. Skosh. There we go. Then I can pop this out about 20 minutes. So it can be right near the hour mark over here for 4 hours. So I can kind of gauge how long the episode's going to be. And then we can easily slap on the ending here. Good. And then I believe the intro's already on here. We already have an outtake in here. Great. I forget what it is, but that's fine. And that is the dialogue editing for Starwhal. So that is an exciting place to stop for now. So I think next time I'm going to be able to get to the fallout of all of that was going on there and see what in the world all this sinister stuff is that Drew has up his sleeve for the beesies So that is Starwhal editing. We did Skyjacks earlier. I'm gonna have to take a break. My hand is tingly and ever so not happy with having to utilize a mouse currently. So I'm gonna have to take a time out for a bit, rest for a bit, and get back to some more editing later, probably off stream. But this was fun. I hope folks were able to stick around and hang out for a bit. If you have any thoughts or questions, always feel free to throw them into the chat. Otherwise, what's going on this week? Monday, we've got more Crimson Desert, along with Wednesday at 9:30 Central U.S. Standard Time, Daylight Time. I don't know what. We swap back and forth so often. I never know what CDT or CST we are in. So I always say Central U.S. time, 9:30. And then on Thursday, we'll be getting back to Hightail again, where we are going to be continuing to work on my basement and hopefully not have any pre-stream hijinks like we did today. So hope you can join me for one of those. I would love to see you there. For now, have an excellent rest of your weekend, everybody. If I don't see you again, have an excellent week. Drink plenty of water, stay safe, and take care. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.